Hi traders, this is Sascha Gogolin, Senior Instructor and Coach at Second Skies Trading, here for you with another weekly top trade review. Chris is still in Japan on travels, so I'll be covering for him in this week's video as well, and Chris will be back next week. And as every week, we'll cover a top trade made by Chris, me, or one of our members. And in today's video, I thought I'd walk you through one of my own trades that I recently closed for a total profit of 201 pips and 6.37R return. And when I say 6.37R return, that refers to R multiple. And this means that for every $1,000 risked on the trade, the return would be $6,370. And in this video, I'll be going over my entry, my stop loss, my take profit, and why I chose each one of them. I'll also go through the price action context step by step using a top-down analysis. And finally, I'll also go through potential improvements that I could have made to this trade so you can see how we and our members trade, analyze, and also review our trades so that you can find more profitable trade setups on your own. So with that being said, let's have a quick look here at the trade I made. So here you can see the closed trade with the entry here at 69,251 and the take profit down here at 67,236, and I had my stop loss up above here 69,567. So I will go through all of these in detail once we dive into the charts here. And here you can also see a screenshot that I took from our communications application that we and our members use to share our trades, review our trades, and to talk about potential setups. So here you can see all the details shared on this particular trade. So with that being said, let's have a look at the charts and go through this trade in detail here. So let's start out with a top-down analysis of the pair, and as you can see here, the Aussie has been in a strong downtrend here since early 2018. The selling was very strong for the first 10 months of 2018 and then became more volatile, slowed down a little, but still the overall direction here is bearish, as you can see here. Also, what's noticeable here on this chart is that price did break and close below a support area here in May 2019, then came back, treated this as resistance, and then treated it as resistance again here in December and continued to sell off. So if we go down to the daily time frame, there is actually a pattern inside this downtrend that has been repeating itself over and over again, which is that price is putting in false breaks with trend false breaks inside of this trend over and over again, both larger and smaller ones. But here are the most significant ones inside this downtrend. So as you can see here, strong buying here up above this resistance and then sells off heavily. Here, same again. Has a key swing point here, breaks above, false break back below, sells off heavily again, and here is exactly the same pattern. We can actually extend this one to the left, and you can see here how this acted as support, resistance, price came back, false break above, and heavy selling again. So I was looking out for this pattern, and this is also a pattern and the behavior of the pair recently that we have shared in our members area with our members and been discussing already before the fact, and here it actually happened again. So I was already primed for this to potentially happening again. So I was looking for potential false breaks that I could be attacking in this downtrend, especially since it was so volatile. And here you can see on the right side, this is exactly what happened here. We have a clearly defined resistance, which here acts as resistance, strong selling, price comes back here, resistance again, but here also price is putting in higher lows, indicating that bears aren't in as much as control as they were over here to the left side. We see price breaking through here, but then impulsive selling against this impulsive buying, which is even stronger. So a very quick return below this resistance here, and price comes back, treats it as resistance, and then sells off again. So this is the foundation and base for my entire trade idea here. So I was looking for false breaks inside this overall downtrend, and once price got back down here, I wanted to go short at this area here. And just to show you what I saw at the time, so what I saw was actually this price action here. So very strong selling below, and I was looking for a potential entry location around this area on potential pullbacks into this area that now should act as resistance again after the strong selling. So once I saw this, I went down to the 4-hour time frame, and once I arrived at the 4-hour time frame, I did mark this area of resistance here, and as you can see, one touch over here, resistance, resistance, break above, price comes back, lingers around here a little, breaks below, and then comes back. And just to show you as well what I saw here, so this is what I saw. Clearly defined resistance, resistance, break above, break back below. So I was looking to go short at this area here. And just to mark where I got in at around 69,251. So this is where my entry was, and my stop loss 69,567. So this is where I had my stop. I will shortly explain why I had my stop there. And as you can see here, what happened is that price came back to my entry and then just kept selling off here. So, and just to quickly show you where I had my target, we can go to the daily chart, which it was based upon. So let's quickly mark this one here. And it came in at 67,236. So there you can see why I had my target there. The reasoning I took my target a little higher here is because price was selling off this strongly here, created kind of this extension and potential short-term exhaustion. And as you can see here, there are not many closes below this area here, and this is also where the last touches happen. So I went for a high probability target on this one. I will talk more about this later in this video. So here you can see all three is my entry up here, stop loss here, and my take profit up here. So let's dive into the details of my entry, stop loss, and target location here. So in terms of entry, I went for also a high probability one with all the touches, because if we extend this over to the left, you can see all the touches happened in this area. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here price stalled before breaking out, and here price also stalled before breaking down, telling me that this is a high probability location and a key level inside this larger resistance zone here. And so price basically got back, just tapped it here, a wick, didn't even close above, and sold off. So I'm really happy with this entry location here. In terms of stop loss, there are multiple options here ranging from very aggressive to very conservative, and some options in between. So let's have a look at that and why I chose my stop loss. So here you have the position as a whole. And as you can see here to the left, most aggressive stop loss would have been going for a stop above this resistance here, above all these highs here, with a little extra buffer. So this is the most aggressive stop loss location, in my opinion, for this kind of trade, and this false break here. The benefit of such an aggressive stop is that, as you can see, the R multiple increases a lot. So it's 9.25 R here, so you get 9.24 times the risk on this trade. The downside, of course, is if price overshoots the resistance a little and spikes above, you get stopped out and then you miss out on the entire move. So that's the downside with having very tight stops. So increased profitability and increased risk of getting stopped out. In terms of the most conservative one, now this was a very large false break, but the really most conservative stop would have been above the false break. But this heavily decreases the profit potential on this trade, taking it down from 9.4, or in my case 6.37 to 1.7, and that's a massive difference. And I think for this one it would have been a too big stop for this type of trade here. And there is a third option in between, which is actually above this. As you can see, price came down to this support here and lingered around here a little, and then you can see this kind of breakout pattern here forming. So bears were just pushing against this broken resistance, which then should act as support, but it just kept pushing, and then you saw the breakout to the downside. And so having the stop above this structure here is a middle ground between the most aggressive stop and the most conservative stop. Now, in my case, I chose a little tighter stop, which was roughly around here, simply because I thought this resistance should hold. If it doesn't hold, I think price can pull back deeper into this area, into this breakout area, but I didn't want to have a full stop above here. I felt pretty confident that this resistance would hold, and if this didn't hold, at least a penetration into this structure here would hold. So I felt pretty confident in my stop, so I had it roughly around here. So that's why I went for this stop. So as you can see, three options: very aggressive, very conservative, in between, and I went for an option in between aggressive and mildly conservative, so in between there. So that's the reasoning for my stop loss here. Now, looking at potential improvement options here that I wrote and noted down in my trading journal. Let's just remove this one here and this one here. So in terms of improvement options, I feel very confident. I'm very happy with my entry location. I'm very happy with my stop loss location. So I think I made a good job on those two. In terms of my target location, I think I could have done a little bit better. The reason for that being is this strong momentum here visible on the 4-hour chart. When you see strong moves like this, where there's almost no pullbacks, very strong selling, almost no bullish interest to be seen, there are no strong bounces, no counter trend impulsive moves, just a small corrective, continuously printing these bearish impulsive moves, that's an indication of strong momentum. And these moves oftentimes, more often than not, keep on going until they hit the next key support area, and oftentimes these type of strong momentum moves penetrate deep into the next area of keen resistance, simply because the momentum is so strong. Looking at my target, keep in mind this is a wide area of support coming in here, as we looked at earlier. So we have multiple touches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This was the last one, which led to this bullish impulsive move, which is the target area I went for, simply because this is the highest probability target location. So in terms of probability, lowest target probability of being hit is down here. In between is a middle ground, and at the top here is the highest probability. So that's the one I went for. But considering the strong momentum and the strong selling here, I could have improved my target, in my opinion, and had it at the next higher probability target in between the highest one, the lowest one, which is in the middle, where you can see, except these touches above here, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 very strong touches in this area. So this basically is the strongest area of the support zone, inside the support zone here. And as you can see, this is exactly where price turned, and this could have given me 1.5 extra R on this trade. So in terms of entry, I'm very happy with my location. Stop loss, I'm also very happy with my stop loss location. But in terms of target, I think I could have improved a little bit here, especially considering the strong momentum move here on the 4-hour time frame. So this sums up what I had to share about my trade here. I hope you liked and enjoyed this top trade review video. And if you would like to learn how to read price action and trade the way we show in our weekly top trade videos, make sure to visit our website at secondskiesforex.com, where we have many free trading articles, free trading tools, and regular market commentaries sharing our view on the current market conditions. Other than that, feel free to post your comments and questions below. And if you like the video, please make sure to hit the like button below, as it helps to support us so we can create more free videos like this for you. And also make sure to subscribe to our channel so you do not miss out when we release new content on our channel here. So with that being said, we're looking forward to your comments and questions, and we'll see you inside the next video.